Xbox Game Pass has been out for a while now, and it's gotten better over time. But since then, there's been people trying to make the service look bad and kind of lied to people about the situation. I thought I'd clear it up. Anyway, let's get into it. Alright everyone, so I just want to clear the air with some stuff because for some reason we live in a world where people complain about everything, and that's kind of annoying. If you go back to when ReCore came out, people were complaining that it was too cheap. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Game Pass, hell of a deal. You have access to over 200 games now. You have access to new indies, new first party exclusives, new second party exclusives, and you have these newer games coming out all the time. The biggest games of the year are popping up in there. You have Devil May Cry 5, Metro Exodus, and the thing is, over time it's just got better and better. Last year we got things like Monster Hunter World out of nowhere. So, my point is that there's people out there keep calling it a rental service. Now, what I find interesting is that people weren't calling it a rental service last year. People weren't calling PS Now a rental service. People weren't calling PS Plus a rental service. But also people weren't calling games with gold a rental service. Because at the end of the day, you don't own digital games. You own a license. Or should I say, you have a license. But Xbox Game Pass gets you in the door to play a bunch of games. The average person only has like 2 games. Now, I'm not talking about hardcore gamers. I'm talking about just regular people that don't bother reading gaming news, blogs, reviews, or whatever. But with something like this, they get to experience more games. And here's the thing. Microsoft have came out and said that more people are playing games that they wouldn't have played. Like, really think about that. I know people that have no interest in playing RPGs. But guess what? They're on playing the Outer Worlds right now because they can and they're enjoying it. Which gets them into the door to other games of that genre. But back to the whole value proposition thing. People keep saying that it devalues games. Now, what I find interesting is that if you have more than one brain cell, you could kind of rub them together and get the answer. Because here's the thing. Saying Game Pass devalues games doesn't actually make sense. Now, I hate to continuously use Netflix when I talk about Game Pass, but I kind of have to in this situation. When Netflix invested money into Stranger Things Season 1, it could have been a hit, or could not have been a hit, but it was a hit. And then it was only available to stream. It didn't come out on DVD that day. People weren't going out to buy it that day because they could. It was only available to stream. So, a lot of people watch that. And to keep people entertained and to keep people on the service, they invested into other shows, but they also invested into more seasons of Stranger Things. Now, it's been reported that Stranger Things Season 3, there was over like 63 million people watching it. That's 63 million people that's potentially going to stay on another year because of that. Now, Game Pass. Similar situation, same bag. There's an entire series of games in there that you can go in and play. You can play the entire Tomb Raider trilogy. You can play all the Halo games, all the Gears games, all the Fable games. You can play all the Metro games. There's a lot of value there, and Microsoft putting these games into Game Pass day and date is putting this value onto the game itself and not you buying it. Now, you can still go out and buy the game. You can still buy it digitally. You can still go to a shop or order it off online. But the thing is, if you stay on Game Pass, you're likely going to play more games. You're likely going to buy more expansions. Because here's the thing. I've played games I would never have played because of Game Pass. I'm buying more indies in different genres. I bought more expansions for some of these games. And here's the thing. I've bought more games that are about to leave Xbox Game Pass. That's me. And I'm a person that has a variety of taste when it comes to games. But with Game Pass, I'm exploring more games. Like the other day, Felix the Reaper. Like that's a fun game. I would not have played that if it wasn't for Xbox Game Pass. People need to stop hating on Game Pass because it offers value and saying it devalues games, when in actuality it doesn't. It brings the value up because Microsoft is entrusted in them games to bring people to the service and to stay onto the service. And that's my take on that. Now, people can complain about what I just said, but look, I'm sick of the negativity in the gaming community all the time. It just needs to stop and go away. But yeah, in my opinion, Game Pass is here to stay. We're going to get more games. In my opinion, we need more RPGs. Thankfully, Microsoft has more studios for RPGs now. And yeah, I just thought I'd get that out there. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please hit like and subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, share it on social media, and yeah, I'm out. Everyone, have a good day.